Hey everyone, it's Brew Gaming here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we have exciting news because we have 14 new champions, guys. This is amazing because this is what we're missing out of Raid Shadow Legends, new champions. We only have about 400 champions so far, so these 14 new champions are gonna bring that diversity into the game. I'm gonna pause here like for dramatic effect. I mean, why keep releasing new champions, Plarium? Just release new content. This is what the players want. They want new content, not new champions. Anyway, I'm gonna look at the champions right here. I'm gonna look through the legendaries. I'm not gonna look through the epics because the legendaries are what interests me the most. And of course, we've got rares and uncommons, but I don't care about those. We have a common champion as well. I mean, so we've got 5 new legendaries. So let's look through them one by one. I think this one's the best one so far. This is called Krisk the Ageless. It's a void legendary. He looks amazing. I mean, I've said this before. The design team for Raid Shadow Legends is great, especially when they're not doing copies of a similar champion that we have already. This one, we don't have this type of champion already. He looks like a turtle, but I don't think he's a turtle because it's a lizard man. So this one looks like an armadillo, if you guys know what an armadillo is. So does an armadillo have like a shell? Well, he looks like an armadillo and a turtle. Like the face looks like a turtle, but the turtle is not a lizard, is it? No. So anyway, guys, let's look at his skills. He's a defense champion, so we know he's already great for the clan boss. He's gonna be really useful for the clan boss just because he's a defense champion. But let's look at his skills. His A1 attacks all enemies, has a 30% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. This is really nice. A decreased speed debuff. This is gonna help for spiders as well. It's an AoE attack. So it needs 4 books. This one is really nice, guys. He's A2, 4 turn cooldown, 3 turn with 5 books. Attacks all enemies, places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Okay, so this one is also good. Ally protection is always great for the dungeons and the clan boss. Places 2 15% continuous heal buffs on this champion for 1 turn. This is also great. He's gonna get that health back after he's gonna get hits from the ally protection buff. Increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. This one is also great. So you've got the speed up buffs, you've got attack up of, or you know, defense up. He's gonna increase that by 1 turn. This will not work with unkillable for sure because that will make him really overpowered. This skill is really great. You need 5 books although to get it fully maxed, but even without books, I think it's really great. Even without all the books in the skill. A3 places a provoke debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. This one is great for dungeons. At level 20, you need that provoke debuff, and you need the first 2 waves to go hit on a defense-based champion, and he's gonna get all, you know, all the attention of all enemies with a provoke debuff. And since he's a defense-based champion, he's gonna be really tough and won't die that easily. Places a 60% increased defense buff on this champion for 2 turns. This is gonna make him much harder to kill. Places a 30% increased speed buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. He's just getting better and better, guys, as we look through his skills. At a 3 turn cooldown with just 2 books. This one is amazing. It looks like the skill Molly has, but it's much better. Because of the buffs he also gives his allies and himself. And then let's look at his passive, Might of Ages. At the start of each round, places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns equal to 50% of this champion's max HP. Guys, this is really great. It's gonna make him so strong. Has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff and 50% decreased attack debuff on an attacker for 1 turn when hit. Guys, this is amazing. These 2 are the ones that you need for the clan boss. I mean, if this was a weekend as well, he would be the best champion in the game, I think, for sure. But 60% decreased defense, you need this to get that extra amount of damage from Giant Slayer and War Master, and 50% decrease attack debuff on the target for 1 turn when hit. You also need this to make your team much harder to kill. And clan boss, after 10 turns or so, the clan boss hits so much harder, so you need that decrease attack debuff to keep that on the clan boss all the time. So each time this guy gets hit with just 3 books, he's gonna put both of these debuffs on the enemy. Guys, this champion is S tier for sure. Even I don't know, he's the best champion I've seen so far, like out of new champions that the game Plarium is being releasing. So if you do get him, please guys, let me do a video on him, because this guy is amazing. Not only he looks amazing, but his skills are all amazing. And you just need 4 and 5, 9, 11. You need 14 books. That's a lot, but he's amazing and he'll be definitely worth it. So guys, the next one is Tyrant Ixlimor. He's a demon spawn. He's an HP based champion. He looks great, guys, by the way. He looks really mean. He's great for the demon spawn faction. Let's look at his A1. Feast of Flame. Attacks one enemy. Heals his champion by 25% of the damage inflicted. Heals his champion by 50% of the damage inflicted instead if the target is under an HP burn debuff. Okay, that's great. That's great for an A1, but it's one hit, could be better. Attacks all enemies. Okay, that's nice. Has a 75% chance of placing an HP burn debuff on all enemies for 3 turns. This one is great for the dungeons, but Spider as well. Hopefully, if we get another clan boss, you know, an AoE type of fight, he's gonna be much better in that. But for clan boss, this is okay. An HP burn debuff, it's always great to have on the clan boss, depending on your setup. A3 places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Places a 60% defense buff on all allies for 2 turns. This is great for dungeons. Helps keep your team alive. Gives them two kinds of buffs, but it doesn't give him a kind of heal, so his survivability won't be that great, guys. Decreases damage inflicted by enemies under HP burn debuffs by 10%. Okay, so he does the AoE HP burn on enemies, and then he has this passive, so it makes the enemies do much less damage on you. I don't think this will be so great in the dungeons. Maybe the clan boss, it will be okay, but dungeons, I don't know, 10%, it's good, but it's not something that will keep your team alive if you have squishy champions, like, you know, attack based champions. And his aura, okay, it's a basic HP aura. 25% is good, but not the top one. Let's look at his stats. His stats are good. His defense is quite high for an HP based champion, and 22,000 HP. That's okay, guys. His speed is high, 103. So overall, he's a good champion. He's a good legendary to have. He will carry you through the dungeons. I don't know about the clan boss because of his skills. It's just an HP burn. I don't know if it's worth it replacing him for someone else. He does not apply any debuff. He just gives an increased defense on your team at the 3-turn cooldown. It's okay, guys. This one is a good champion if you get him. So guys, the next one is Duchess Lilitu. She's a support champion. Let's look at her. She looks like a basic you know, champion kind of for demon spawns, but the new things is the wings and, you know, this kind of spear. She's okay. She's really pink, but I don't mind. Let's look at her A1. Abyssal Invocation. So her HP is quite high and defense is okay. Speed is high. Attacks one enemy twice, then places a shield buff equal to 10% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns on this champion and the ally with the lowest HP. So she helps your lowest HP teammate to get a shield and help him survive enough. Damage based on defense. This does not make sense because I don't know, guys. For support type champions, they need to make something else for the damage based on, I mean, make it based on defense, HP, and something else, maybe speed for support kind of champions, because support champions, you usually want them with as much speed as possible for them to get more turns and help your team survive. Shower of Souls places a 50% increased attack buff and a block debuff buff on all allies for 2 turns. Places a perfect veil buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. It's a 4-turn cooldown with just 1 book. Okay, this is great again for dungeons. For the clan boss, this will not be that great because just the block debuffs, this will only be the thing that's gonna affect your team. Help you get that resist on the stun for the clan boss. I'm not sure if that works, but I do believe it works. Increase attack, this will not be that helpful in the clan boss, because if you do have an endgame team, your team will probably gonna look like all defensive kind of champions, so attack will not do much of a difference. And then revives all dead allies with 70% HP. This is really nice. 4 turns cooldown. Places a veil buff on all allies except this champion for 1 turn. He's gonna get all the focus because your other champions are gonna get the veil buff, and places a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. This is okay, but it's not that great. That the amount of heal that they get is not enough for them to not have a lifesteal set on. So let's look at her passive. Decrease the damage taken by all allies from AoE attacks by 25%. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, 15% from bosses. Okay, it's still great. It's still great, but it's just AoE attacks. I don't think there's enough waves in dungeons that do not do AoE attacks. So this is just a protection from AoE attacks. So the clan boss and the dungeon bosses as well, all of them have AoE attacks. So this is great for all the bosses. So 15%, and if they have veil, 25%. This is really nice. This is really nice for your team. It's gonna make them so much more tankier and harder to kill. So she's a great carry for dungeons for sure. Ally speed on all battles by 19%. This is great. This is great, but it's not the top one that you need. If this was higher and for dungeons only, she would be a great carry for the dungeons. Suzerainn Katonn. Let's look at his A1. Temporal Nova. This is an attack-based champion, so he's got good defense, but could be higher, make him more have more survivability. But it's okay. It's over 1,000. Attacks all enemies, has a 35% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Okay, this is good. This is for an AoE attack-based champion. He's gonna do a lot of damage. This will be great for the spider. Hex of Years. So 4 turns, attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing 25% weakened debuff. Places a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns if a weakened debuff is not placed. Okay, so if you do not place the weakened, it's gonna place the decreased defense. Ideally, you would want both of these out of a legendary champion, not just one of them. But if you have weakened already from another champion, then this champion will always place decreased defense. I'm guessing this is how it would work. So this is okay, but it's not that great for a legendary. Removes shield, block damage, and unkillable buffs from all enemies, then attacks them. Okay, this is great for arena. Places a 100% heal reduction debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. This effect cannot be resisted. This looks like a Ghostborn skill. Effect cannot be resisted. This is great for arena, guys. If this does a lot of damage, then it will be great in killing, you know, those Rochar teams. If you don't have Ray or something, this guy will help you kill those teams for sure. Let's look at his aura. Increases ally attack in all battles by 33%. This is really great. But if you're using him for arena, you're gonna have the speed aura instead of this. So okay, overall this champion is okay. His critical damage is not that high, 57% for a legendary. It's usually 63%, but I don't know why his is lower for an attack-based champion as well. So I don't know why this is lower. His HP is not that high to justify his other stats being lower. But anyway, he's an okay champion, but not something that could replace your team. So Lanakis the Chosen is the final legendary I'm gonna review, guys. This guy is a dark elf support. This girl is a dark elf support. She only has 3 skills. High HP for support. Attack, her attack is high. Lower than 1,000 defense. Speed at 108. I think this is the highest we have in the game. Yeah, 108. It's amazing, guys. Attacks one enemy, places a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 1 turn if the attack is critical. This is support, so I don't know what this helps support. It helps support her, but not anyone else. Her A2, Companions of Fate, teams up with 3 random allies to attack a single enemy. So I like this already. The allies joining the attack will use their default skills. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 30%. Increases the duration of all ally buffs for 1 turn. Oh, this one is great for 4 turns. Yeah, just 1 book needed for this if you're lucky. But this is a great skill overall. This is an amazing skill for a support champion, for arena, for the clan boss, for everything. If you have a champion that has this kind of skill, this is great. You get that much more damage. Every of your other champions use their default skill. So this is a great skill. Increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. It's just you know, another amazing thing to have. And then Banner of Legend places a 30% increased critical rate buff and a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. This is great. Has a 25% of granting has a 25% chance of granting an extra turn. Okay, this overall is great, and fully max is gonna have a 50% chance of granting an extra turn. But why not make it 100%? I'm not sure why. I mean, Seeker has this. Okay, she's gonna be at 4 turns, and if this procs at 50% chance, this is gonna go 3 turns, and then she's gonna use this one. Think of an arena setup with her. She's gonna do her A3 first, increases critical rate. This is great for all your champions. And then she gets an extra turn, hopefully, at 50% chance. She's gonna use her companions on Fate. Gonna give all your allies the turn meter boost. So it's like having a Seeker, but this will only work 50% of the time on average, you know, guys, because of the 25% chance. Overall, she's great for arena, I believe, but she won't replace, if you have a top tier arena 3200 team, you guys know, she will not replace anyone in there. If you don't have any of those, she's gonna be a great addition to your team. So guys, this video went for too long. I just reviewed 5 champions. They are all great, but the greatest one out of them all is the first one I reviewed, the turtle armadillo guy, the void champion. He's amazing. I hope to get him. I'm not lucky, I won't get him, but if some of you guys get him and want me to review him, please just send me a message and I'll do it for sure. I really like how he looks. All his skills are amazing, and I hope to see more gameplay videos out of him. Thanks for watching this video. Leave a like down below, subscribe to my channel for more Raid Shadow Legends videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.